Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled What is the Deal with Jews Stealing Money from Goyim, from Gentiles? Oh yeah, I remember growing up 50 years ago, how the New York Times loved putting on the front page an article of some scandal with Jews ripping off the government or another company or some scandal. Or a yeshiva, or a shul, ay, 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 ay. Terrible. So what's going on with the Jew stealing? I certainly hope it's not too common. I hope it never happens, obviously. So the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Nun Zayin Amud Aleph, the Gemara Baba Kama, Lamed Chet Amud Aleph, does discuss the nature of the issa to steal from a guy. And there are different opinions. No one who steals has any justification. And if anyone uses any of these sources to justify it, it's just the Yetzer Hara. But the way the sugya comes out, there are various opinions on the nature of the issa. The Rashi on Zayin Amud Aleph in Sanhedrin says that Lo Tashok Re'acha. Whenever you hear the word Re'acha, that's Jew to Jew. So the technical issa of stealing may not apply Jew to Gentile, but you have, of course, it's also for another reason called Chil Hashem. So Rashi just says technically it applies, just in terms of the lumdus, where it comes from. He says Lo Tashuk may not apply. That's Rashi. The Ran says it should apply to Gentiles, but the Gemara in Baba Kama said that once they stopped keeping the mitzvos, the 7 mitzvos, then Hashem, so to speak, made their property hefker. And therefore, the Ran, of course, still has a Chil Hashem part, but the technical violation, if they're not keeping the laws properly, then there may be what to talk about in terms of the technical issa of Geneva. The Miri says, but wait a second, and what if a guy is acting properly and keeping the mitzvahs? So then not only do you have the Chil Hashem aspect, but then you're going to have, according to the Ran, the full Isser of Geneva as well. So that's Rashi, Ran, and the Miri. In Baba Kama Lamechet, Tosfos says the whole discussion over there that they didn't act properly, and therefore maybe there's a certain hefker by their property. That was specifically the question of a shorsh and nagach, a Jew's cow, gored, a Gentile's cow. That specific case was all the Gemara was talking about. Don't generalize from there. And then you have the Rambam, where the Ran says in the Rambam that he seems to learn that Chil Hashem and the technical issue Geneva may not apply to Raita, but the simple reading of the Rambam doesn't seem that way. The Rambam does say goes a mechaveiro, and the Ran says maybe that means only from another Jew. But you read the rest of the Rambam, Hechot Gezeli, it seems like the Rambam says me the oraita, it applies to Jew and Gentile alike. So to the Shulchan Aruch seems that way as well. Lemaisa, there is zero justification for stealing from a Gentile. It's only a lumdisha question in terms of, is it Hashem only? Is it Geneva, the right to Drabanan, Gezela, the right to Drabanan? Question of learning the sugya in Baba Kama Lamed Ches and Nun Zayin in Sanhedrin and the Rishon in terms of the lumdis and the theories. Lemaisa cannot steal. It's a simple pshat, Rambam Shulchan Aruch and Issa Doraisa, to steal from a Gentile, itself the stealing, and in addition, Chil Hashem, and Chil Hashem, that's it. Rambam says that's it. Person is a Chil Hashem, there is no atonement, no kapara, done. So, there's nothing to talk about, and I hope everyone understands how serious the topic is. Shalom.